morning. It's a joy to welcome everyone to the Unitarian Universalist Fellowship of Hartford County. I'm Reverend Jay Brooks. My pronouns are she, her. Leading this service with me today are worship associates Kim Roberts and Laura Poligo. At the piano, music director Brenna Kupferman.
I'm Kim Roberts, and my pronouns are she, her. And I would like to extend a very special welcome to any first-time visitors. We are thrilled to have you here with us this morning. Please consider staying after for coffee and potluck so that we can get to know you better.
I'm Laura Poligo, and my pronouns are she, her. We acknowledge that this building is situated on the native lands of the Susquehannock people, and as a congregation, we hope to move beyond that acknowledgement to action that promotes a greater understanding of Indigenous peoples' concerns and rights.
Unitarian Universalism is a tradition that values diversity and embraces the wisdom of all faiths. Whatever the faiths you have known, if any, you are welcome here. Whatever your race or where you were born, whatever your gender, you are welcome here. Whoever you are and whomever you love, you are welcome here.
We gather each Sunday morning on site and online to share in life's meaning, to grow in care and community, and to open our hearts and minds to the sacred truth known by many names. We use science, reason, and the gifts of the Spirit to explore life's mystery and meaning.
We gather in community to restore the balance of our spirits, to celebrate the joys of life, and to find the strength to meet our sorrows. And in the earliest meaning of the word worship, to consider ideas that are worthy of our time and attention.
In this tradition, we know that people need not think alike to love alike. So whatever your heritage, however your history, and whomever you love, you are welcome here.
Today we celebrate the annual ingathering of this community after a summer that took us in many different directions. Each time we return to this community after a time apart, we're each a little different, and yet we remain part of the community. When there are newcomers here, their presence refreshes and enhances this community.
For all of us, as individuals and as a community, water is a source of life. So we celebrate our ingathering with a water ceremony.
And today's ingathering considers the healing potential of water. Each of us will have an opportunity to pour water into a common vessel. You see them on the sides of the fellowship. And those vessels will symbolize the deepening and growth that we've experienced, whether it's joyous celebration, struggle and growth, insight and transformation, or some combination.
If you've brought water, you can pour it when the time comes. If not, like me, you can pour it with water from this fellowship, which is available at the pouring stations.
As we begin, everyone should have a sticky note and something to write with. Raise your hand if you need one or the other, or both. Oh,
Probably
look at the
writing
hymnals.
Instruments, right? There's a little sticky notes on top of the various
There are sticky
hymnals.
There are sticky notes on top of the hymnals, and if you need a writing implement, can someone help with that?
Yes, we'll be coming around with some writing implements.
Okay. So writing implements will be coming around.
Valerie, thank you very much. I see you getting writing. Check in the office, the church office, there are some, and then the faith formation rooms.
Okay. Or you can just use the power of your mind to imprint a word. So when Brenna plays the prelude, the idea is to jot down on your sticky note, which is symbolizing a raindrop. It's circular in nature. Write down a word or a couple of words to express what you think is at the heart of this community. And I should add, we're going to make a word cloud out of this, so using one word and then maybe underneath a second word, so there are two different ideas, makes the word cloud easier. And if you still need something to write with, keep your hand up. There we go. Some over here too, Valerie. you. Oh.
If you are a first-time visitor, write what you hope is at the heart of this community. Are you looking for compassion or kindness or love? Just write it on your sticky note. And if you're participating on Zoom, write the word in the chat, and one of our volunteers and here in the sanctuary will write it on the little sticky note for you.
When you're done, pass the raindrop to the end of your row so that we have some assistant ushers, some of our youth, and Miranda, one of our newcomer adults, who are going to collect them during the first hymn. So you have the whole prelude to write it. When you're done, pass it to the aisle, any aisle, and they'll be collected during the first hymn. So those of you sitting at the end of an aisle have that deep responsibility to hold the notes until they're collected. And later in this celebration today, we'll read your words, some of them, not all of them probably, but we'll post all of the notes on the walls for everyone to see. Miranda's going to help with that. Just as water brings life to the earth, each of us contributes to what is at the heart of the fellowship. Now may the sound of the bell and the music of the prelude help us to center ourselves as we enter into a time of worship.
Living river, carry me on. River, river, carry me on to the place where I come from. So deep, so high, will you take me on your back for a ride? If I should fall, would you swallow me deep inside? River, show me how to flow. I feel like I'm sinking down. Thought that I couldn't get along, but here in this water, my feet won't touch the ground. I need something to turn myself around. Going away towards the sea. River deep, can you lift up and carry me? Oh, run on through the heartland till the sun has left the sky. River, river, carry me high till the washing of the water make it all alright. Let your waters reach me and reach me tonight. Letting go is so hard, the way it's hurting now to get this love untied. So tough to stay with this thing, 'cause if I follow through, I face what I denied. I'll get these hooks out of me and take the hooks that I sunk deep in your side. Kill that fear of emptiness, that loneliness I hide. River, oh river, river running deep, bring me something that will let me get to sleep. And the washing of the water, will you take it all away? Bring me something to take this pain away.
Each Sunday, we light the chalice of our religious heritage. We do this for our ancestors, who taught us through their various religious traditions and by their actions for justice and hope. We do this for our children, who are learning the traditions we teach and learn more from our actions than our words. We do this for ourselves, so that we are inspired to remember our beginnings, reflect on who we are now, and spread our wings as we understand who we seek to become.
Whatever September means to you, bring it here and let it find its place in your belonging.
Those of you who dressed your child for the first day of school this week, welcome to September.
You who tidied your desk, brought in the hanging plants off the porch, resealed your driveway, met a whole new class of children, welcome to September.
Those of you whose memories of a summer will be smoothed onto the pages of a photograph album, those whose memories will line your forehead or tear your heart, welcome to September.
Those who carried a school bag for the first time, loved someone, said goodbye, cried some, cried a lot. Welcome to September.
Thank you, September, for bringing us all together here today to smile at each other, hug maybe, touch hands, join voices again.
Hang around a while. Give us warm autumn afternoons before we have to shake out our sweaters from their summer hiding.
As we embrace life this September, may the spirit of love and reunion help us to feel the possibility of joy and friendship and beginnings. And now let's rise or remain seated, whatever is most comfortable for you, as we sing hymn number 162 in the gray hymnal, Down by the Riverside. This is a pretty easy song, and the words should appear on the screen, so you may be able to just relax, let go of the hymnal, and kind of let your body move to the music.
Gonna lay down my sword and shield round by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. I'm gonna lay down my sword and shield down by the riverside. Gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more. Ain't gonna study war no more.
Crossing a creek requires three things: a certain certainty of mind, bare feet, and a sure trust that the snake we know slides silently underwater just beyond our vision will choose to ignore the flesh that cuts through its territory, and we will pass through. All crossings are hard, whether creeks, mountains, or into other lives, and we must always believe in the snakes at our feet, and we must practice believing we will come through.
The sound of a river can be quiet when the river is wide and the water moves slowly. The sound of a river can be bubbly with noise when there are rocks and shallow places. The sound of a river, whether quiet or noisy, can be healing if we pause to listen to its passage with full attention. A river brings life to many people and different places. Crops depend on the river. So do animals. So do people. Rivers can be deep and powerful. They can be slow and winding, swift and rocky. A river can be challenging to get across, and sometimes it offers an invitation to sit on the bank, rest, and heal. Think about your summer. Did your experiences carry you swiftly along to a different place? Did you do any growing or learning? Did you find any snakes at your feet? And did you come through all the same? Did you sit on the bank and rest? Let's take a moment in silence to reflect on the healing and spiritual deepening that comes to us when life is like a river. And now we'll take a moment to hear the words, a few of the words that you wrote on your sticky notes. If anyone else has a sticky note, raise it high and Miranda will come and get it. Take a few each. There we go. We're not going to go through all of these at once, just so you're reassured. And Miranda, when we finish, is going to stick them up on the wall there, and eventually we'll make the word cloud. And I'm very grateful for all the help of all the people who make every worship service here possible. All right, let's see. Unconditional love and acceptance.
Love and concern.
Acceptance.
Love, community.
Spirituality, faith.
Compassion, respect.
Hope.
Let's see what else we have. Social justice and responsibility and friendship.
Empathy.
Kindness. There, let's just do two more.
Welcoming. Inquisitiveness, openness.
Love.
Compassion.
Unity.
Fulfillment.
And now Miranda's going to place those on the wall and as Brenna plays The River, those of you who have felt your soul coming through a difficult crossing, or have found rest and healing, or have been carried along swiftly, are welcome to walk silently to a water station and pour water just a little bit of water into the bowl. If you prefer, raise your hand, and someone will bring some water to your seat so that you can pour water while remaining seated. Please walk quietly and pour reverently. Pour as an example, okay?
The river is a healer. The river is a sage. The river knows no end. The river feels no age. The river is a leader, and every single day it's living in the moment, and it always finds a way. Water heal my body, water heal my soul. When I go down, down to the water, by the water I feel whole. The river calls me over, it's calling out my name. In the day and in the night, I hear the river all the same. It's calling me over, calling out my pain. A river gathers tears just like a river gathers rain. Water heal my body, water heal my soul. When I go down, down to the water, by the water I feel whole. The river is a traveler, always on the go. A river never worries if it's fast or if it's slow. River, take me where I need to go, and I will just relax and let the river flow. Water heal my body, water heal my soul. When I go down, down to the river, by the water I feel whole. Water heal my body, water heal my soul. When I go down, down to the water, by the water I feel whole.
We have a story this morning for you called We Got Here Together. It's by Kim Stafford and was adapted by Reverend Lane Campbell, one of our UU ministers. So, Laura is the bubble. And who's our raindrop?
Our raindrop is right there, Miranda.
Miranda's going to be our raindrop this morning. And Kim, you're the fish.
I'm the fish.
Okay. And the bubble, if you got the bubble, where's the bubble?
We have the bubble.
Where's the bubble?
Here's the bubble.
Get the bubble. Got to have the props.
Yep.
Got the bubble. So
Everything.
the raindrop and the bubble are going to listen carefully to the narrator and at the appropriate times rise up or fall down, not actually fall down, but simulate descending from the sky and maybe meeting in the middle. And if they seem to be lost, you who are here can help them find each other, because we do want them to meet. Okay? Ready?
Ready.
All right. Now is the time for a creation story, a story about how the depths of waters began and how the sky came to be. Once in the deepest ocean, there was a little fish swimming around.
I have traveled through the ocean far and wide, and I found this place in the deep dark where I can be alone and comfortable.
In a moment of stillness, that fish opened its mouth and let an air bubble go. And at the same time, way above, a gray cloud high over the ocean let a raindrop go. And the journey of the raindrop started as the raindrop fell down. Would you be afraid? I might be afraid, but nothing can hurt a raindrop. Nothing can hurt a bubble. They both belong where they're going. And this may seem like an ordinary happening to you, but I assure you that on this day, this was no ordinary bubble, no ordinary raindrop. For a long time, that bubble drifted up through the water without a thought, then bumping a seal's belly,
Oh, I'm sorry.
bouncing off a seaweed leaf,
Oh, pardon me.
rolling through the blue, floating toward that big ceiling of light. Meanwhile, the raindrop was spinning dizzily down, twirling, 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 sliding along the shoulder of the wind. Whoo, whoo, tumbling toward that silver field of water. Uh-oh. The bubble and the raindrop took so long falling down and soaring up that they grew bigger and bigger as they traveled. The bubble was filled with light. The raindrop gathered itself ready and round. Somehow they were aimed for the exact same location in time and space, and they arrived together. Whoops, pardon me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Whoa, whoa. And then they were, what were they? The bubble popped open and was the whole sky, big and blue and filled with clouds. The raindrops spread out and was the whole ocean with waves and animals teeming with life. And they symbolically leaned against one another because it took both of them to be part of this big wide ocean. There they were, sky and ocean, turning up right where they belong. And you and I, we're gathered together here too, aren't we? We came from many different experiences, from the ordinary and the things you couldn't believe. We came from the summer sun and a bit of rain. We got to be right here at this very moment, safe in the love of this community, right where we belong. Thank you. Laura, you're next. Whoops.
Sometimes water is healing because it offers the quietude of a still pool. A moment of stillness amidst the chaos of everyday living. A time to pause and honor and to notice how we are feeling. This rare stillness invites us into the fullness of who we are. To be still is to know where we've come from, to know the blessings of hope, as well as the sadness of grief. We hold in our hearts today all who are grieving the loss of someone they love. We hold in our hearts all who are sick and in need of healing. We hold in our hearts those who provide care for loved ones who need it. As we lay our sorrows down by the still pools, we also lift up our hopes. Hopes dreamed about in moments of stillness. Hopes that come from making the space in our lives to dare to imagine. In this house of hope and grief and love, we pause for a moment of quiet reflection together within the still pool of this community.
Oh, do you have some? All right. And now we'll read again some of the words from this community about what is at the heart of this fellowship. Fellowship. Growth.
Inclusivity and belonging.
Need.
Love.
Love, generosity.
Belonging.
Acceptance of everyone.
Pluralism and hope.
Critical thinking.
Deepening spiritual awareness. We're going to hold a class in handwriting. So,
I'll do one. Be now and acceptance and belong.
Caring and sharing.
inclusivity, calling people in, not out.
Such a theme here, inclusivity, belonging,
Compassion.
Support.
love and community, compassion.
Resilience.
And now Miranda will put these raindrops up on our wall, and Laura will continue telling us about still pools.
Water gathers in a still pool at the base of a hill. In the high valley ringed with mountains. In the wetlands when the tide is low. Stillness invites the spirit into quiet, into awareness, into healing. In a moment, as Brenna plays Fall Down as the Rain, you are invited to pour the waters of your still pool. Those of you who have paused in stillness to experience grief or pain, hoping for healing, please walk silently to a water station and pour some water into the bowl. Share your grief with this community. Share your hope with this community. If you prefer, signal an usher who will bring still pools water to your seat so you can pour while remaining seated. Please walk quietly and pour reverently.
When my life is over and I have gone away, gonna leave this big old world and the trouble and the pain. And if I get to heaven, I will not stay. Turn myself around again and fall down as the rain. Fall down as the rain, fall down as the rain. Turn myself around again and fall down as the rain. When I finally reach the ground and soak into the sod, I turn myself around again, come up as goldenrod. Come up as goldenrod, come up as goldenrod. Turn myself around again, come up as goldenrod. When I turn dry and brown, lay me down to rest. turn myself around again as part of an eagle's nest. Part of an eagle's nest, part of an eagle's nest. Turn myself around again, part of an eagle's nest. When that eagle learns to fly, I'll flutter from that tree. Turn myself around again as part of the mystery. Part of the mystery, part of the mystery. Turn myself around again as part of the mystery. When my life is over and I have gone away, I'm gonna leave this big old world, the trouble and the pain. And if I get to heaven, I will not stay. Turn myself around again and fall down as the rain.
In the very beginning, life arose in the ocean. The earliest forms of life began in the ocean, and then some life forms began emerging and came onto the land. So think about the ocean. Its waves come crashing into the shore, and the tide pulls the water out again in a steady rhythm. Oceans are broad and deep. Oceans are places where we can't even see the bottom. Huge creatures live in the ocean, whales and eels and strange-looking fish. The sea can be placid and calm or rough and terrifying. And at the ocean's edge, the waves crash and pound in their turbulent rhythm. Life emerged from the ocean. Its salt is in our blood. Its salt is in our tears. This summer, for some of us, may have been rough or terrifying, or simply salty with tears. Water in all its many forms may drench us with storms, threaten us with floods, frighten us in the currents and the strong tides that can carry us away. And at the same time, the ocean itself can be healing. When we're immersed in its waters, the ocean buoys us up. We are made lighter by its salty, healing water. Sitting on the shore, we are soothed and comforted by the rhythmic sounds of the waves against the sand. And like the ocean, life has its challenges that sometimes can sweep us away, pull us under, throw us off balance. And yet, through it all, life, like the ocean, can also offer comfort and healing. So let's think quietly for a minute about life's challenges, its turbulence, and its tears, and the way we somehow find our way to healing. Now, as Brenna plays Oceans Away, those of us who have felt challenges and turbulence stretch our spirits this summer, we're invited to walk silently to a water station and pour some water into a bowl. And if you prefer, just signal Laura or I, and we will bring ocean water to your seat so you can pour water while remaining seated. And if there's anyone who hasn't yet participated, this is the time to come forward and pour a little water from the pitcher to honor the experiences and gifts that you bring to this community. Please walk quietly and pour reverently.
Hung out with the old folks in the hope that I get wise, was trying to bridge the gap between the great divide. Hung on every recollection in the theater of their eyes, picking up on this and that in the few that still survive. Call 'em up, dust 'em off, let 'em shine. The ones who hold on to the ones they had to leave behind. Those that flew, those that fell, the ones that had to stay beneath a little wooden cross, oceans away. They've been like trees in winter, these shuffling old gray lines. The snow white starts to gather like the belt around Orion. Just a touch of faded lightning of the powerful design of the generation gathered for maybe the last time. Call 'em up, dust 'em off, let 'em shine. The ones who hold on to the ones they had to leave behind. Those that flew, those that fell, the ones that had to stay beneath a little wooden cross, oceans away. Oceans away where the green grass sways and the cool wind blows across the shadow of their graves. Shoulder to shoulder back in the day, sleeping bones to rest in earth. Oceans away, oceans away. Call 'em up, dust 'em off, let 'em shine. The ones who hold on to the ones they had to leave behind. Those that flew, those that fell, the ones that had to stay beneath a little wooden cross, oceans away.
And now we'll read some more of the Raindrops with the words about what you believe is at the heart of this fellowship. Love and friendship.
Positivity, guidance,
A feeling of belonging, family,
Welcoming.
kindness and hope,
healing,
Justice.
positivity and respect,
Diversity. Caring.
inclusion,
Fellowship. Growth.
inclusion,
open-mindedness, people all the same,
diversity,
Community outreach.
people all different,
Kindness. Friendship.
I'm new and I'm looking for new friends. I hope you found them. I think you have.
love and fellowship,
Sharing. Deep listening.
Kindness, acceptance,
growth, acceptance,
my tribe,
Safety.
belonging, hugs,
Hugs. All right.
connection, love and acceptance.
All right, let's put these up, and we'll put all of them up. As you see, they fall down. Which
As
put
the
them
rain
again.
raindrops, yes.
They are raindrops, yes.
But we'll save them all, and they'll all go in the word cloud, no matter where they end up.
Well, so that we save it in a word cloud, and that means not only can we make a sign with the word cloud, but we'll have it electronically in case the sign falls off the wall. Ready?
Yep.
All living things, including human beings, may be carried along on currents not of our own making. We may be swept up in strong tides and turbulent waters. But when we choose to gather here as a community of faith and commitment, we begin to create currents of our own.
One of the things that draws people to this community is our commitment to answer the call of love and respond as allies to people who need our solidarity. When we do, we promote healing within our local community and in our own souls. And today's offering directly benefits community groups and feed the hungry, shelter the homeless, and help in other ways.
This congregation's Community Outreach Committee partners with local groups to serve human need. In these days when there are so many demands on your time and resources, the Community Outreach Committee acts to identify where a financial assistance will be most effective. Our hygiene pantry, our partnerships with the Sharing Table, SARC, and Temple Adas Shalom all make a difference in the local community.
If you're in the sanctuary, just drop some cash or a check in the basket, or you can use your phone to donate on the website, which is uufhc.net. And if you're on Zoom, just look for the donation link in the chat and click on it to make a contribution. And please be as generous as you're able to this morning to help make life a little better for our neighbors who are navigating dangerous waters.
Let's take a moment now for a short meditation centered on the idea of healing waters. So make yourself comfortable in your chair. You may want to put your feet flat on the floor or not. You may want to close your eyes or just soften your gaze or stare at the ceiling. Whatever works for you to get into a reflective, meditative sense of being. Think about the times when you've been near water, whether it's sitting beside a mountain stream or beside a river, whether you're looking at a still pool of water, maybe one high up in the mountains, or looking at a lake, a beautiful big lake that reflects the color of the sky. Or maybe you're beside the ocean, hearing the crash of the waves, the rhythmic sound that seems to signal something familiar to all of us with a heartbeat. Choose whichever location seems most comforting to you. And now think about putting your feet into the water. If you're on a riverbank, be careful. Lower your feet slowly and feel the water temperature. If you're in the ocean, you may stand or sit with the water around your ankles, or you may wade in farther until you sink into a comfortable depth. The water temperature is perfect for you. You feel blessed by these waters that are touching your body. Go in as deep as you feel comfortable and feel the water swirl around you, caressing your limbs, pressing against you with affection. These are healing waters, these moments where we really feel ourselves part of the earth and part of the waters that bring us life. These are healing moments. Some of you may find this still, comfortable, slightly moving water so restful that you want to be still. Others may be energized by the motion of the water, and you want to swim and play and do somersaults in the ocean underneath the surface. This is your time to play, because all play, done in the right spirit, is healing. And now it's time to come out of the water, slowly, comfortably, with ease. Come out of the water and then turn and look at the water you were just in. And think about all of the people in this world who need healing. Healing from the wounds that life has delivered, that human beings have caused. The healing that comes from that's needed from past trauma, the healing that's needed from trauma right in the moment. Extend your love, open your heart to all those people who, like each of us here, need healing. And now refocus your eyes. If they were closed, you can start to open them. Come back into this community and this space, but hold in your heart both healing and love.
When it rains, it pours, but you didn't even notice. It ain't raining anymore. It's hard to breathe when all you know is the struggle of staying up above the rising water line. Well, the sky is finally open, the rain and wind stop blowing, but you're stuck out in the same old storm again. Hold tight to your umbrella, darling, I'm just trying to tell you that there's always been a rainbow hanging over your head. If you could see what I'd see, you'd be blinded by the colors, yellow, red, and orange and green, and at least 1,000,000 others. Tie up the bow, take off your coat, and take a look around. Well, the sky is finally open, the rain and wind stop blowing, but you're stuck out in the same old storm again. You hold tight to your umbrella, darling, I'm just trying to tell you that there's always been a rainbow hanging over your head. Oh, tie up the bow, take off your coat, and take a look around. Everything is all right now. Well, the sky is finally open, the rain and wind stop blowing, but you're stuck out in the same old storm again. And let go of your umbrella, darling, I'm just trying to tell you that there's always been a rainbow hanging over your head. Yeah, there's always been a rainbow hanging over your head. It'll all be all right.
The water in these bowls represents the waters of life that bring us both challenges and healing. This water also symbolizes the different types of personal and emotional experiences that life brings us. Water. It's a simple substance that today represents the complexity and depth of our lives and of our life together as a faith community. In humility and gratitude, we acknowledge the power and splendor and healing potential of water. Now our worship leaders, Kim and Laura, are bringing to the forefront of this community the water that everyone has shared from rivers, pools, and oceans. And I will bring water from last year's ingathering ceremony, and we will mingle the waters. These mingled waters remind us that we're connected to one another by love and need and hope. The safety and well-being of this community and of the larger world depend on the goodwill and dedicated efforts of each of us. For this water, for all sources of water, for all who poured, and for all who joined visibly and invisibly in our act of community this morning, may we be aware and may we be grateful. At the end of October, we'll pour these gathered waters into the Memorial Garden as part of the October 26th service of remembrance. And now, we usually do a backpack blessing, and I haven't seen any backpacks. Did anyone bring a backpack this morning? Does anyone routinely carry it? Oh, there's one, good. Anyone else who routinely carries a backpack just didn't bring it? But if you would like, and you don't have to move from your seats, I think, in fact, they don't need to move from their seats. Here's what we're going to do. We normally sprinkle the backpacks with a little bit of the mingled waters as I explained the blessing. we can also sprinkle you who carry backpacks, assuming you're willing. So, if you have a backpack that you would like to have blessed, if you yourself would like a little sprinkle of blessing, and for all of us here who receive the blessing, whether we get wet or not, the insightful young poet Amanda Gorman wrote a poem titled Call Us What We Carry. In fact, it was the title of her book. The children, youth, and adults of this community who use backpacks know that they carry many things, many prosaic things typically, like books and notebooks and lunch. Well, the backpacks we bless in reality or symbolically today carry something less tangible but important. They carry the love of this community, the blessings of this community, symbolized by the sprinkling of the mingled waters. So today we bless the backpacks and the backpack carriers with the love of all who enter and sustain this fellowship. May each backpack serve its purpose well with strength and sturdiness. May they transmit to the very bones of their wearers' shoulders and the backs of the wearers the love of this community pressing against them, keeping fresh the reminder that here is welcome always. Here is refuge and haven in time of trouble. Call us what we carry. Call us love. And now just raise your hand if you'd like a little sprinkle. So, slightly damper, are we? But blessed. I'd like to read now a poem by Rumi, the 13th century Sufi Muslim poet. It's called Look Fish. Love is alive, and someone born along by it is more alive than lions roaring. Love is the vital core of the soul, and of all you see, only love is infinite. Look, fish, at the love ocean behind you. Go back where you came from, sea creature. Swim in wisdom water, so you will have no regrets about your time here. You hear the sound of water and you know where you want to be. Why wait? Water says, live here. Love is invisible except here in us. And now let's rise or remain seated if that's more comfortable. And in the teal hymnal, you'll find 1064, hymn 1064, Blue Boat Home. And the words should also appear on the screen.
Though below me I feel no motion, standing on these mountains and plains, far away from the rolling ocean, still my dry land heart can say, I've been sailing all my life now, never harbor nor port have I known. The wide universe is the ocean I travel, and the earth is my blue boat. Sun my sail and room my rudder as I ply the starry seas, leaning over the edge in wonder, casting questions into the deep, drifting here with my ship's companions, all we kindred pilgrim souls, making our way by the lights of the heavens in our beautiful blue boat. I give thanks to the waves upholding me, ever gray winds urging me on. Breathe the infinite sea before me, sing the sky my sailor song. I was born upon the fathoms, never harbor or port have I known. The wide universe is the ocean I travel, and the earth is my blue boat home.
Please be seated. Love surrounds us like an ocean.
We don't always notice it, just as fish don't notice the sea.
Love is the vital core of the soul. It is the heart of this community.
Love is here. It is invisible except in us. Our lives make love visible.
Look, fish, see the love ocean bearing us up. Let everyone see it.
This is the meaning we make in our lives. I'm not sure that the chalice extinguishing words are written in the bulletin. If you know them, please say them along with me. Otherwise, just enjoy these beautiful words as Laura extinguishes the chalice.
Now we extinguish this flame, but not the light of meaning, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment.
These we carry into all the world. We normally say the light of truth, and I said meaning, but I do mean the light of truth.
I'd like to be under the sea in an octopus's garden in the shade. He let us in, knows where we've been in his octopus's garden in the shade. I'd ask my friends to come Octopus's garden in the shade. We would be warm below the storm in our little hideaway beneath the waves, resting our head on the seabed in an octopus's garden every cave. We would sing and dance around because we know we can't be found. I like to be under the sea in an octopus's garden in the shade. We would shout and swim about the coral that lies beneath the waves. Oh, with joy for every girl and boy, knowing they're happy and they're safe. We would be so happy with me, no one there to tell us what to do. Sing it with me. I like to be under the sea in an octopus's garden with you. In an octopus's garden with you. In an octopus's garden with you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Brenna. And a special thanks to Miranda, who wrangled the raindrops.
Valerie, who found pens.
Yeah. So everyone who is on site this morning, especially newcomers, please stay after the service for a potluck lunch. For everyone participating online, the Zoom will continue so you can socialize with others who are also online. But before everyone starts moving, we have a few announcements.
Yes, we do. The fall lineup of programs for adults is available in the most recent news bites, which you probably received by email, on our website, and in a big paper version, which is out on the table. When you go out, it'll be on your right. There are many lifelong learning opportunities that encourage personal and spiritual growth, so check it out today. Also wanted to let you know, Marlene wanted to make sure everybody knew that the Circle Dinner brunch sign-ups, final day today. This is it. This is your last chance. Please sign up. Marlene is right there if you have any questions. And those sign-ups can be found on the table where the coffee is, in that little area.
Beginning in October, there's a 3-session exploring membership gathering. Talk to Marlene Lieb, there she raise her hand again, for more information.
And Valerie Green, I think you have a special announcement about the September 21 Connections Fair, which is next Sunday.
Yes, next Sunday, the 21st, from 12 to 2, so right after coffee hour, we're going to have setups for you to meet. We have these wonderful services, but there's a lot that goes on between Sundays, and this is a chance for you to connect. It's a chance to volunteer your time, and we have things for you to do, and you don't have to be on a committee.
Yay!
That's what I want to say. If you're like weary of, committees, I don't want to do a committee. But you can volunteer for a day, once a month, or every 6 months, and just to connect and see what's going on in our fellowship in between Sundays. It's a great way to feel involved
Without
and belonging.
being on a Zoom meeting.
That's right, without being on a Zoom meeting. And it's also, our theme is we're going to celebrate autumn and apples, so we'll have apple treats for everybody that visits the different committee tables.
Thank you, Valerie. I think Mike Johnson
Mike, come on up.
has an announcement, special announcement.
Special announcement. Not really a special announcement. I'm Mike Johnson. I'm on the search committee for the next minister, along with Maureen, and I want to talk about the congregational survey that we'll be doing over the next few months. Not to be confused with a congressional survey, which is my other. I'm kidding. All right. So two kind of surveys that are coming out, right? The first will be this next week. It will be a link that will come to you in an email. It is a UUA formatted survey. It's our opportunity to get to know who you are, what's important to you, and what you're looking for in a minister. So that's an individual type of survey. There are some, I'll put it this way, the committee looked at it, and for some folks on the committee, there were some uncomfortable questions. Just know that you don't have to answer those questions if you don't feel comfortable answering them. It is a completely anonymous survey. We tested it. We did it within the committee. We looked at the results. We can't tell who did what. There's no connection to who filled it out. And so the only way we know how many surveys are completed is there's just a number. And so expect next Sunday me to be up here again and say, hey, we've gotten 5 surveys, hopefully a whole lot more than that, but please, if you haven't filled out your survey, fill out your survey. We want to get the surveys completed by the end of this month, so please, over the next 2 weeks, it takes about 10 to 15 minutes to fill out, but fill out the survey. Step 2 will be after that, and if you're a committee member or lead a small group here within the church, expect to be contacted by the search committee. We want to come to you and hear from you all in person, kind of in a small group setting, and we'll come and talk to you and gain your thoughts that way as well. So both an online survey as an individual piece, and then we'll be coming out to you kind of in an in-person, informal way to collect your thoughts on who you are, what you want the next minister to be, et cetera, et cetera. Did I catch it all, Maureen? I know, I needed backup.
I would just say that, please fill it out by the end of September, because we're going to use those surveys to sort of work with our small groups, and we're hoping to do the small groups during October. So if you could have those surveys in by the end of September, that really helps us when we meet with you. That's all.
All right. Well, that's it.
No, hold on. Can I make one more? I'm sorry.
Of course,
I'm
Mary.
sorry. I'm sorry. It's been in the news bites. You know that we do the sharing table every year, and this year has been an extremely difficult year for the sharing table. They had to move from Prince of Peace Church to American Legion Hall, and the transition has been extremely difficult. They still are not serving meals yet.
Oh,
Yeah,
It's so
they've had
needed,
huge expenses. They're still trying to meet health department standards. They are working very, very hard. But that leaves us in a limbo, because our day is October 4th. So I asked them to give me a 2-week window. I don't want to be coming to people the last week saying, we need salad. So if you would think about please volunteering if we need you, and I promise you I will let you know next week whether or not we're going to be doing the sharing table on October 4th. They expect to open up by the end of September, but they're not sure. So it's just very difficult planning that way. So I will let you know, and if you are able, we did switch to pasta salad because they can't heat the foods up yet because they're still waiting for the ovens to come in. So just think about it, and I'll let you know if we need you. Thank you very much.
thank you, Maureen. And thanks to everyone who helps with the sharing table. It's so important for our neighbors who are experiencing food insufficiency, that is, hunger. And often there are 400 people who come to one of the meals. So we are an important part as part of the larger community in supporting the sharing table. And what a great place this is. I'm so eager to talk to potential ministers. Will call me and say, what's that place like? And I won't know who actually applies, but I will say it's a wonderful place. So now we're done. Please, let's